today, trying to push their team to victory. It's Brady's Patriots going up against Carr's Raiders. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Murray, the lone setback. He's going to get the football. He finds some open field here. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
So much of this game is still mental, still psychological. Yeah, we just saw a big-time run right there, but you have to believe he was dreaming about this last night in his hotel room before this one, thinking, hey, first time I touch it, let's go for some big yardage and set a tone. That's exactly what he got done.
They go back to Murray on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Rob Ninkovich on the stop. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlight at wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dies right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
That was second down run for Murray. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40 for Murray in the wild card game against Houston. Just 39 yards on 12 carries. So now you look at the season all told. Just under 800 yards, Charles. He did score 12 touchdowns. What'd you think of his year?
I thought it was an excellent year for him. And I know 1,000 yards is the benchmark. Remember, he didn't play in all of the games. And Oakland became a passing-type team with Derek Carr throwing the ball around. But I think Latavius Murray is clearly a #1 running back in the NFL. And with those 3 Pro Bowlers in front and the offensive line, I think the future is bright.
The play clock's running down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First down, Brady. Then he finds Danny Amendola. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On second down, here's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman.
Well, if you like to see guys play the game hard, if you like to see the guys be aggressive, if you like to see the guys maximize their ability, you're talking about Julian Edelman, aren't you? What a game he had in the AFC Championship against Pittsburgh.
118 yards and a touchdown, and now he'll look to do what he did in Super Bowl 49, where he was over 100 with a score as well.
And he's just one of those guys that if he's on the field, you have to respect his talent, but you especially respect his passion.
Now Brady throwing on second down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Brady gives now to Blount. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing now is Brady.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And for Lewis, what impact do you expect him to have in the Super Bowl? How do you see New England using him against Atlanta? Because you know they have Blount, but Lewis and White as well. What's the role?
As you know, in our experiences, talking with coaches, we always talk about offense-defense matchups, and eventually the coach is going to say, don't forget, the third part of the game, special teams. I think that's where Dion Lewis could make his biggest impact. Remember the kick return for a touchdown against Houston in the divisional round. Let's see where it goes from there. But I think ultimately, kick return ability, helping his team with field position, could be the biggest impact he has on the game.
We'll certainly be hoping to relive some of that magic from that Houston game. 3 touchdowns for Lewis. 3rd and goal, Patriots now.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. 3rd and goal, Patriots now.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go to Blount, try and pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blount taking it in from a yard out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And we'll see Oakland take over on offense in a second. And I know these Raiders don't want to hear it, but it's kind of the talk of the town. Such a promising season, looking so good. Carr gets injured, and then they just fall off and lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, in fact, when we brought it up, they told us they didn't want to talk about it. Because for them, they just want to look forward. Great year last year. They know about the injuries, Carr getting hurt, etc. But for them, the focus is now, and they think that they can be not just a playoff team again this year, but a Super Bowl contender.
And the last time they were in the playoffs, they were a Super Bowl contender back in 2003 when they fell short in Super Bowl 37. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Murray. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st down, Murray. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And since Chris Long made that tackle, need to get the quote in that he had the other day. So good. They asked him what he thought it would be like to play in his first Super Bowl. He said, well, the AFC Championship game was a 12 on a 1 to 10 scale, so I can't even calculate the Super Bowl.
Well, think about his motivation. He wants a ring, as his father got, Howie, with the Raiders. He wants one of those, and this is his first playoff experience. He never had that with the Rams. I expect him to have a big impact in this game.
Carr going to throw. It's caught by Clive Walford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Brandon, one thing we run into in sports all the time is people discussing whether teams achieved all that they can achieve. And for the Atlanta Falcons in recent years, I think a lot of people thought they were underachievers. They erased that with this year's playoff run to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, last year had the hot start to this season, petered out, and just when they've been able to get to the playoffs, haven't been able to get over that proverbial hump. I think they're over that hump.
Yeah, I think in this recent run, and this is what I'm talking about maybe since about 2005 or so, they did have one NFC Championship game appearance against San Francisco, but many thought they should have won that one. Now they're on to the Super Bowl in 2017.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And the Patriots getting ready to go again on offense. And, Charles, you and I get a stat back before every game. At the top of this one for the Patriots, the first note was that they're on their way to their 9th Super Bowl appearance. That is something. Most of any team.
And 8 of those since 2001. Would that be accurate?
That is
because
accurate.
The first one was Super Bowl 20. That didn't go very well against the Bears. But since that time, they've become the predominant team going to Super Bowls and winning them. What a franchise.
Now Brady over the middle. Julian Edelman. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brady gives this one to Lewis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan from 8 yards out, and the Patriots have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain. So now
and he fires one that's intercepted. Pick down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And Roberts with it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw, it's Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And there they went crossing route against his own defense. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hey, all right, here we go.
Now Carr with a give to Murray. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is secured by the Patriots. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. And quickly, they get to the line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Brady, and he'll find his favorite receiver. That's Edelman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Chris Hogan, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's what they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripted 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, here's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Dion Lewis, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
With that incompletion, have a second here. Let's talk Super Bowl. Falcons, Patriots. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by Charles Davis Automotive.
Best customer service anywhere in the world, partner, let me tell you. All right, for New England, they want to be more physical running the football, I believe, with LeGarrette Blount. That way, they control the clock and keep the ball away from Matt Ryan. If you're Atlanta, they want to catch a flyer out of the gate, which means get out to a fast start, make New England chase them, and make sure they get a chance to use those great athletes on offense.
Throwing his car on third down. And that will be incomplete as well. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And fourth down coming up.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
A surprising move to go